Let's go live to the White House now. Sky News Washington correspondent Annelise Nielsen joins us. Annelise, the Australian-US alliance in super sharp focus today. This is a big step forward.
It is, but this is also going to have global ramifications because this is going to upset much of the order within the Indo-Pacific region as it stands. The fact that you had the UK come in and they've already been displacing their own military capabilities around the Middle East towards the Indo-Pacific, this is a really notable aspect of what's come out today. And this is also going to play into Joe Biden's decision to pull out of Afghanistan. He's faced harsh criticism from across the spectrum in the US for how that was handled. Even those who did support it weren't happy with it, but this gives him new collateral to say we did the right thing because now we can refocus our capabilities in this region. Whether that holds up, history will tell, but it does also show that the Biden administration's taking this idea of the rise of China in the region seriously. It's worth noting that this was negotiated at least over 18 months. We understand from when Prime Minister Scott Morrison first came into office, this was a priority, but it was with the Trump administration originally enthusiastically picked up by the Biden administration now because they're worried about having those channels within the Indo-Pacific, the South China Sea in particular for global trade, but also that the increasing threat of aggression from China.
It's about making sure that each of us has a modern capability, the most modern capabilities we need to maneuver and defend against rapidly evolving threat.
This has been a significant announcement, as we've all been at pains to say. The US saying in a briefing today with higher level administration officials from the Biden administration that this is the first time they've made a deal like this since 1958. It was only with the United Kingdom that they agreed to share these nuclear propulsion capabilities, and that they don't do so lightly. They do it because they want Australia to have that strategic capability in the region. But there's plenty more to be shared in this alliance as well. There's also going to be a focus on cybersecurity and all those aspects that will need to be bolstered in between now and the time that those first nuclear submarines get in the water.
We need to be able to address both the current strategic environment in the region and how it may evolve, because the future of each of our nations, and indeed the world, depends on a free and open Indo-Pacific enduring and flourishing in the decades ahead.
And Laura, as for global reaction, the world is starting to respond, including France, who are finding out about their much-loved submarine deal hitting the water. In a tweet from the former French ambassador to the United States, they've said in a way that only the French can, the world is a jungle. France has just been reminded this bitter truth by the way the US and the UK have stabbed her in the back in Australia. C'est la vie. So there's some hurt feelings there, but no doubt there will be plenty more ground to make up as they look towards alliances that will bolster the Western world in the South China Sea and the Indo-Pacific. And all eyes will, of course, be on the United Nations next Tuesday when Joe Biden gives his speech at the General Assembly.
Well, poetic and classy from the French so far. You'd expect nothing less. Annelise, thank you.